Hi Taurus, this reading is for you if you just recently broke up or had a fallout with your significant other. We'll have 3 separate spreads in this reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at the situation as to what happened, who left whom and why. In the second spread, we'll take a look at the advice for that situation. And in spread number 3, we'll see new love coming towards you in the near future. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. So here's the situation, Taurus. We have the Hermit, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands clarified by Death, and we have the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could have been dealing with a Virgo, Scorpio, or pretty much any zodiac sign. You know what, Taurus, I gotta be honest, it took me a quick second. Right, I was looking at this spread and I'm like, so what is actually happening here? And the answer was very simple. Nothing is happening here. Absolutely nothing. The only thing that actually is happening is somebody waiting. On the bottom of the deck, we do have that Seven of Pentacles. That is a card of waiting. And after that, nothing. Okay, so I would just have to assume the person you were dealing with, it just never got off the ground for some of you. For others of you, you were seeing this person for a while, but they just wouldn't want to take it to the next level, or they just wouldn't do anything. So I think at some point, you just decided to drop this. It just became too big of a burden for you. It was like, yeah, nothing was happening pretty much, right? The Hermit, the first card that came out, could have been a Virgo you were dealing with. The Hermit is a card of a thinker, and it's also a card of somebody who is like in isolation. Every once in a while, the Hermit comes through as a card of somebody who does not want to get married. All right? Somebody who would rather stay single for the rest of their life. Or not want to get make it official with somebody. The Four of Pentacles right next to the Hermit is a card of somebody who's closed off, not opening up, you know, that type of a deal. And then we have that Ten of Wands, which is a card of a burden. It's a card of that's taking a toll on us, and it's a 10. Tens are, you know, less numbers. It's clarified by Death. Death is a card of an ending. Death could have been a Scorpio you're dealing with, but perhaps you just decided to drop this. Or perhaps in this relationship, you were the one who did everything, right? Because here's one thing about this reading. Before I clarified the Ten of Wands with the Death card, every single card only had one person in them. The Death card has Death riding a horse and then some people in it, but all other cards feature one person, because we got different cards in the tarot deck, right? We have cards with one person in them, with multiple people, with deities, with animals, and you name it. These cards, before I clarified, only had one person in them. And perhaps you were in a relationship, but you felt lonely in it. Or, like I said, just it never went anywhere, so you decided to drop this. Alright, so that's what I have for you so far, Taurus. But let's take a look at the advice spread real quick. So here's the advice spread for you, Taurus. We have the Two of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Well, here's the deal. Again, same thing, right? Just one person in every single card. These are all minor arcana cards, by the way. From the advice perspective, Taurus, if you already left the building, you did the right thing. But if you're still with that person, you will continue to feel like, even though you're in a relationship, but you're all alone, right? This spread is kind of sad, to be honest with you. Even a little bit depressing, right? The Nine of Wands right next to the deck, it's a card of a wounded warrior. It's a card of somebody who puts up a wall between themselves and the person they're dealing with. The Four of Swords, there's a person laying down, nothing much going on. The Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck, again, just one person. It's a card of grief, regret. It just feels like you're in the middle of a desert all by yourself. That's how it feels, right? From the advice perspective, I think it's time for you to move on. If you already did, you did the right thing. We're moving on as well. Taurus, second spread is new love coming towards you. I mean, the third spread is new love coming towards you in the near future. Here's the third spread, Taurus. This is new love coming towards you in the near future, say a couple of weeks. We have a Two of Cups clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Chariot clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups clarified by the Nine of Cups. And we have the Star on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We also have Aquarius and perhaps Sagittarius. Yeah, remember during the first two spreads I mentioned it a couple of times how lonely and sad it felt, right? With just one person in every card, or almost every card. The very first card that came out in this spread is the Two of Cups, and there's two people in the Two of Cups. Right away, the Two of Cups showed up for you, Taurus, right? Two people. You and the person coming towards you. The person coming towards you is the King of Cups, right next to the deck, clarified by the Nine of Cups. I think you're meeting this person at some kind of an event. Okay? I think you're meeting them at some kind of an event. I don't know if they're going to invite you to go or you're going to go by yourself. But it does feel like you're meeting them at an event, right? The Two of Cups is a soulmate card. It's a card of unconditional love. It's a card of when two people feel the same way. And it's a card of when two people are on the same page, right? And every once in a while, the Two of Cups is when two people, you know, meeting at some kind of an event and that they just can't get enough of one another. Right, and as some of you may already know, the same card could be interpreted multiple ways, even in the same spread. So I think it's going to be like an instant connection, where if you're meeting this person somewhere out, you will spend hours and hours talking to them, and you will not run out of things to talk about. All right, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Two of Cups, is the start of a cycle. Could be a Sag you're dealing with, but it is the start of a cycle, a very fortunate new cycle, right? So I think the two of you will hit it off right away. That's how it feels. Instant connection, things you will have in common, you can talk about, it's just endless and endless hours of conversations, and more than just conversations, right? But the King of Cups, yeah, it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or somebody with a lot of water in their chart. If they're not a water sign, they're just mature, you know, very lovely, okay. In the middle, we do have the Chariot, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. If this person is a Cancer, it makes total sense. The Chariot is a Cancer major arcana card, but the Chariot is also a card of going somewhere, right? And the most importantly, the Chariot is a card of victory, success. It's a card of a triumph. It's a card of moving forward and not looking back. The Ten of Pentacles, clarifying that, is a card of a commitment, marriage, rock solid commitment or marriage, as a matter of fact. The King of Cups themselves is clarified by the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a card of a wish come true. And the star on the bottom of the deck is also a wish come true card. So perhaps you are each other's wish come true. Because I do see you like remaining inseparable, at least in the foreseeable future. Right? The Nine of Cups is also a card of personal satisfaction and fulfillment. The star could be an Aquarius you're dealing with. But yeah, the star is a card of something people usually wish for or hope for a very long time. Yeah, you got everything going here for you, Taurus, with this person coming in. And it feels very lively. Very, very lively. I see excitement on your part. The first two spreads were very sad and even depressing. This right here feels like a breath of fresh air for you. All right, Taurus, so yeah, that's what I have for you for this reading, for this time period. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Taurus, have an amazing the rest of October.